Call or text 222-1280. New indoor league announced. The largest pro soccer league in America to feature over 20 teams. He is Mr. Soccer in this town, maybe in the country. Sam Fantauzzo, SoccerSam, back on the program. Sammy, how are you, buddy?
Tools, thank you so much for having me. And every time I hear that Vito Cotella commercial, Tools, I want to go there and get my back hair put on my head. I got to go there. I got to do it.
Sam, you don't even need it. You're already a handsome man. You're already a handsome man.
Thank you, Tools.
All right, so here we go, Sammy. The new league, Major Arena Soccer League. 24 teams will be in this new league, including your Rochester Lancers, correct?
24 teams for now. We think there's even going to be more. There was teams here, or we're in Baltimore right now for the league meetings. It started Saturday. There's teams here from Canada, from Mexico, and there's all this interest. I mean, indoor soccer in other countries is huge right now, and this could be probably closer to 30 teams if everything goes well before June.
Is there trepidation that there's too many teams, Sam? Put it that way, with over maybe possibly 30 teams.
You know, I think if the different divisions, of course, you're always going to have your weak links like you do in every other sport in our country. I mean, there's always going to be the teams that maybe don't draw as well and aren't as competitive. But I think it's great for the sport because now I get national sponsors, national TV deals, and that's what's going to really change things. I've been talking to national sponsors for years running the Lancers, and, it's always about, how many teams are in the league, what cities are you in. That's all they care about. Well, now, hey, we're in 30 different markets, including Mexico. I mean, that's what's going to really bring us to the next level.
We're talking with SoccerSam here on the program, new soccer league. So you'll be in markets such as, Dallas, San Diego, not to mention Baltimore, Milwaukee, correct, Sam? What are some of the other markets you'll be in?
Well, I mean, Syracuse is up the street from us. Harrisburg will probably be in our division. Cincinnati and Cleveland will probably be in our division. Then you got the other side. We got Milwaukee, Detroit, Chicago, Kansas City, Wichita, St. Louis, Tulsa. You mentioned Dallas. Like 3 teams in Texas. I mean, Texas is huge. And then you got the San Diego Soccer is probably one of the most well-known teams in history of indoor soccer. You got the Las Vegas Legends, Johnny. I'm going to Vegas, man. I can't wait to play that team. I mean, it's going to be big. I can't wait.
We're talking with SoccerSam, new indoor soccer league announced. Who will run the league? Who will be the commissioner of this league, Sammy?
Well, the commissioner of the league is Kevin Milliken. He's a gentleman that for 16 years kept the PSL afloat. That was a league based out of the West Coast. Yep. But Ed Hale, we call Ed Hale the godfather of indoor soccer. Ed Hale's kind of like the Lamar Hunt of football. I mean, Ed has kept indoor soccer alive for many, many years. He's based out of Baltimore. He's a multi-billionaire. He's the guy kind of making this all happen, getting all these groups together. And that's why I feel really confident is that Ed truly believes in indoor soccer. He thinks it's the future of soccer in America. And a lot of these team owners that are here today have been involved with other forms of soccer, and they all believe that indoor soccer is the way to go and what America wants right now.
In terms of scheduling games, how many games do you think the Lancers will play next year then, Sammy?
We're going to be playing 20 games, 10 home, 10 away. But, John, here's the other cool thing. They're working on an indoor World Cup. It's been going on in other countries for years. There was people here from India and Mexico and Egypt and Italy and Brazil. They're all here to be part of this convention, and they want to bring their World Cup teams to play against our U.S. indoor national team. So, I mean, we're going to have 20 games, 10 home, 10 away in a regular season plus playoffs, but we could also have a World Cup somewhere after the season or during the season.
Will traveling, will logistics, do you think, be an issue for some teams, Sammy, because of some of the travel costs that could incur for a league like this?
Johnny, right now I got my 72 Pinto up for sale. I mean, I got to raise some money, baby. I mean, this is going to be big. I mean, definitely our expenses are going up, our travel's going up, our payroll has to go up because you're playing against teams that are playing at a higher level. So everything's going to go skyrocket, but I'm hoping that because we have all these other cities, I could get some, worldwide sponsors. And, like I'm involved in a pizza chain in town, and obviously if I could get Tyson or Hellman's or Heinz to get behind our team now, that could help me with the enormous travel costs that'll be involved with this league. And the new, our payroll is probably going to be doubling our player payroll.
SoccerSam, part of a new indoor soccer league. Will the league begin in November where the Lancers normally begin, or what's the timetable for the league beginning and then ending, Sammy?
I think October 25th is going to be the opening game for the league. The Lancers will probably start mid-November, as we always have, through mid-March, and then playoffs, which we haven't made in a couple of years. I'm hoping we can make the playoffs this year and maybe the championship. It'll be over by mid-March, end of March, and I'm excited, Johnny. Our whole staff's excited. I mean, sponsors are calling. Media members that I know are calling. Everybody's really excited about this. This is big. I mean, indoor soccer, I think we proved that if you look at some of these other cities, I mean, they're outdrawing most soccer in America, and this is the future.
Similar scoring format that you had previously, or will things change?
Well, that's still up for discussion. There's a rules committee that Tommy Tanner is on. Tommy Tanner owns Syracuse, former Rhino player. There's a split there. There's some of the guys that are purists, and Tommy and I are purist indoor people, and we feel that the scoring should be 3 and 2 point goals. And then the purists want to keep it at the 1 point goal. I'm split either way. I think that's the least of my concerns. I just want to have a different opponent. 10 home games, maybe 8 different opponents come into our building. It gives our fans a chance to see some of the greatest players in the country playing indoor, and that's what's really about for me. If it goes to 1 point, I'll be disappointed for a week or two, but once the opener happens, I'll get over it.
If Sammy's behind it, 10 out of 10, it's going to be a success. The new indoor league announced 24 teams, could expand by 30 then, Sam, when the league opens in October, then you're thinking?
I'm thinking it could hit 30. I'm content with anything over 20, but they're calling it the biggest pro soccer league in America today, and I'm excited, John. And there's some of these cities, and the other thing is really cool. We got to meet all these owners. They're good people. They're good people, and that's huge for me, and that's what I'm excied about.
Well, it'll be a big topic, certainly this weekend with Sammy and Devo. Sammy, congratulations. We'll talk to you again here real soon. When are you back in town?
I'll be back later today, and I'm just excited, Johnny. Feel the kick, baby. Feel the kick for life.
The passion I love. Sammy, congratulations. We'll talk to you soon, buddy.
Thank you.
SoccerSam Fantauzzo. There you go, 30 teams. They're in some bigger markets. I mean, they're thinking big. Certainly that indoor World Cup. And indoor teams from Mexico as well. And it's I think now, if I'm going to go to a soccer game, I'll be honest with you, I almost prefer the indoor game over the outdoor game, depending on what brand you're watching. But right now, I'm on board. Sports 1280 WHTK.